Hello everybody, welcome home and welcome back to Glyphica Typing Survival. Time for a really upfront systems check. Today is October the 20th, 2025, and I am doing everything I can to keep myself distracted and occupied because Game 7, the two sweetest words in North American sports, of the Blue Jays and Seattle Mariners takes place tonight. And my girlfriend and I and most of my family are just we can't stop moving with anticipation. So I needed something very much to keep my mind occupied and distracted before game time. I've already watched about 3 hours worth of analysis and reaction and response to yesterday's amazing Game 6 win. And that combined with I actually need to do some videos about the heat ray. It seemed like a good afternoon to get a few videos done. So here we are. Also, side note, my girlfriend and I were away for most of the weekend, and I have a very clingy cat at my feet. So if you hear some meows or some very, very loud purring on the recording, that is why. All right, we finished the repeater. Now we're going to move on to the heat ray. Fires a constant beam of incredibly accurate concentrated light that does damage over time. It is also a fire/heat-based weapon. We're not going to do no omens for the rest of the weapons. We'll start with Omen 1 for the rest of the weapons on this playthrough. Let's select our augments here. Main weapon health, no thanks. But let's see if anything here applies better to the heat ray than the repeater. Every reroll you use gives your main weapon 20 damage, 20% damage, no. If you have less health, no. Start of each trial, no. Perfect input. That could work. Yeah, okay, we'll play with that. Main weapon gets 25% plus damage for each. No, we never do that one. We like to fill our weapon slots as soon as possible. So the devotion augment is only really good for maybe the first trial. In an ideal world for me, that devotion augment is literally useless before we even fight the first boss, so not gonna happen. Drone. We're on a much easier omen. Let's steer clear of the drones and turrets that we've come to know and love. All remote damage considered close to main weapon. Caustic ammo. We did that one before. We kind of liked it. Remote range upgrades also applies to remote damage. Sure, we'll go with sniper. And we do have heat, so let's do a heat one. Firing the main weapon releases a slow-moving fireball that deals heat damage to enemies in its path. Cool. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm wondering how this is going to operate, because the beam is a constant beam. And when you type the word that you want it to shoot at, it just kind of spins like a clock hand and goes towards that word. I'm assuming that means that's what the fireball is going to do, is when you type the word. All right, let's give this a shot. See how it goes. Omen 1, heat ray. Here we go. So yeah, so it moved. Oh, there's the fireball. All right. So yeah, one fireball at a time. Okay, I get it. But yeah, so we need, very much unlike the repeater, we need to have the heat ray sit and linger on the enemy for it to do its damage. And we need backup weapons immediately. Sure, we'll go with a meteor run. It is remote too. Jolt. So a little bit more to manage when it comes to efficiently handling the heat ray. You don't always need to go for the closest one when you're using the repeater, but when you're using the ray, you need as much time as you possibly can have for it to do as much damage as necessary. Haven't really accurately used. So the fireball is very much like the what's it called? I've already forgotten what it's called. The chopper, I think it's called. The chopper that sends out a spinning blade, basically, towards the edge of the screen. One one on screen per time, per blade. A little bit of coffee. Let's wet the vocal cords. We do want more weapons, but man, beam thickness is pretty good. We're gonna go for it. And you also want to make sure you're not going back and forth across the spectrum with the beam. You want, if you can stay in the same neighborhood as the other words, then you save a lot of time. And let's go like this. Hopefully the meteor storm will take. Yep, got rid of that one. Yeah, the fireball is just a really, really slow chopper. I wonder if we get a chopper. It might be kind of interesting. Tesla, drone, and turret. I mean, Tesla's just too good to ignore, though. We want to play and use different stuff, but the weapon variety in this game, it's not small, but you still need to take what works. Heat weapons, yes please. So there goes another fire. So I need to make better use of the fireball here. Igloo. Okay, good. Got a Tesla out there. I need that. Hopefully Tesla takes care of teeth. It did. So yeah, there's nothing to take for granted, or you can't take anything for granted here. You need to make sure you're very aware of where everything is. Minefield is exactly what I'd like to have, actually. F, G, H, and I. Any extra damage I don't really have to think about is very, very handy. Trying to upgrade the meteor shower would be wonderful. Get ourselves the second target option. It's probably my favorite one. Also expanding the diameter of basically the range of the meteor would be really good too. There's the fireball. Okay, that actually worked out in my favor. I wasn't quite thinking about it, but that worked out really well. Meteor damage, Tesla damage. Let's go Tesla damage. Double damage times 2. Okay, fireball's off the screen. Let's do a fireball up here. The heat rays evolved. Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. So now we can double blade, much like the oscillator, or we can have it reflect off the sides of the screen. And I haven't used the reflection in several months. Last time I remember trying it, I got it to reflect so much, it kind of crashed the game. Because it basically, eventually you can get it so it's just several walls of laser that nothing can really get through. But well, maybe we can just show it off now. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, so like now when it reflects twice off the wall, so now you've got essentially 2 or 3 lasers going all at once, which is nice. And as it passes through stuff, it also does damage to it too. Not that it's a lot of damage when it passes through so quickly, but remote damage, fireball and meteor, Tesla static. Let's go with the remote weapon damage. Yakety yak, don't talk back. But you know, when the laser passes through, when a couple lasers pass through one enemy, it does a little bit of damage. Like sometimes it's enough to just get the ball rolling. Unfreeze, unthaw. Drone Spectre range. I did talk about it. Let's take it. Fireball's out. It's a shame. I was going to save it for the Lacy dude. Boss time. Who we got? Triangle dudes. Okay. We'd love to get ourselves a couple of fireballs aimed in their direction. We can do better than that. Could do better than that. Come on, give us some uncommons here. Rare's good. I'll take a static chance. Fart. Okay. Oh, excellent. Little meteor shower on the boss. So FGHI are the mines, which would be good to get. Yep, like that. Fireball's halfway out. I just noticed that the words on the boss. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Fire! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Ah, he got me. The words on the boss are actually quite short. I know it's only a tier 1 boss, but it's still probably be a bit more. I'm rambling. Okay, fireball, meteor. So damage or range? We want range. Yeesh. We need more weapons in here. Quag. Yeah, I don't think we have a stellar setup here for weapons that work well with the heat ray. But let's. Hey, I've said that before, and we got through it eventually. Just got to follow my own advice, right? It's usually good advice. But I just got to stop moving the laser. Well, do I have to stop moving the laser so much? Because if it hits everything on over and over again, it does good damage to it over and over again. All right, let's get the arrow dude. Stop creating stuff. What, 2 level ups I'm ignoring. Let's re-roll. Minefield range, sure. And then meteor spawn rate. Yes, please. Oh boy, how did that get so... Okay. Weapons duration, yes please. Double damage is exactly what I wanted to see. Meteor evolution. You betcha. Exactly what I wanted. Thank you for providing it for me. Okay. Tesla damage. Maybe I should have taken meteor damage there if I'm honest with you, but... Oh, baby. Let's get rid of this dude. Let's try to. Lots of stuff happening. Oh, perfect. Sort of. Where are we at? Lots of dudes on my screen here. Can I get him? Mobs. Come on. Got him. Woof. Bear with me for 1 second. All right. Coffee. I'm using most of my rerolls, so I don't think ascetic is right. Turret damage. I mean, we're a little light on the damage, so I think more Tesla mine damage is probably going to be a good thing. And we still have an empty spot, I believe, and we could take another turret. I think we still have an extra spot. Yes, we do. Okay, we're going to lean into another turret. Sorry, it's just the way it is. How are we doing on heat wave or heat beam evolution? Not bad. Still ignoring the fireball for the most part, which I should not be doing. Yeah, having the beam just pass through enemies does, like, several times, does a relatively significant amount of damage, so I should definitely just be typing lots and not waiting for the beam to just kill individual enemies. That's going to probably do me in. I obviously have some experience with the heat beam, but not a ton. I don't want the orbiter. I'm going to save my last reroll. I'm going to go for more Tesla mine damage. Three minutes to boss. I'd love to fill my last weapon slot before this boss. Yes, more Tesla mine spawns. Please and thank you. Minefield evolution. Turret periodically spawns an amount of mines based on half of Minefield's mine count rounded down. The spawn rate is... You know what? I think I like that. Just having more unconscious damage just spawning out of my weapon could probably save my butt. Heatwave evolution. Let's just lean into it. Hopefully the game doesn't crash. Turret weapons duration, electric damage. Yep, let's go damage. Hopefully what's appearing on screen doesn't doesn't cause your eyes any issues, but lots of this can happen for the next little bit. Just said I need to type more words. Tesla static chance. Okay. Oh, I should have gone meteor damage. I just wasn't thinking. Typed before I thought. Story of a lot of my typing game existence. It's actually one of the key lessons my typing teachers taught me in junior high school, and one of the ones that kind of really stuck unconsciously, and now consciously, now that I thought about it, is any words like 4 letters or less, you need to think of them as just one like you need to type them in one motion. It's not 4 individual motions, it's one motion. Maybe saying 4-letter words is maybe a bit of a stretch, but definitely at least 2- and 3-letter words. You need to, if you want to increase your typing speed, what worked for me is working on the muscle memory to get those shorter words just bang done. I mean, you've watched my content. There are a lot of longer words that still give me problems. But it's the short ones that should be like bang done. Like especially like to, the, in, up. You know, you get it. Fireball speed. Okay. Maybe I'll start focusing. Maybe I'll start thinking about it more then. Let's go with toes to get the fireball out that way. Spawn rate. Origin rate. Ooh, let's go with the mines. That was a great selection there. That was not an easy decision there. I made it fast, but it wasn't easy. Alright, things are coming together a little better now, but we're not at the boss yet. The boss is always the telltale moments of how your build is shaping up. Getting it through the level is, with relative ease, is not exactly it's something to brag about. Being well set up and handling a boss in this game is handling them well. That's where you can start beating your chest and saying, yeah, look at me, I did this. Kind of like when when Tom Hanks made fire in Castaway. I have created fire. I have created a build to beat the level 2 boss. All cower in fear. Yeah, this. So here's where the beam's a really good weapon for this boss, because he's always just going to be going through it. And if we can get ourselves a little freeze drop, then we can do even more head-on damage. But yeah, we're just going to be typing a whole bunch of words here. Story of my life. But nothing. We're going to be kind of typing all the words. Not a lot of focus here, I don't think. Because the more the beam just kind of bounces off all over the place, everything's just going to get smacked. Freeze pickups. Yes, please. Just talking about that. Zaniest. Focus on the orange bubbles. Oh my gosh, I didn't see that one coming in. Yep, got me. That's what shields are for. Freeze! Ooh, excellent. Fantastic. What are you? Problem. Finish. Oh, he got me. All right. Not out of this yet, by any means. Whoa. Ah! IZJ might. Feet, freeze, please. Thank you. You need to go bye-bye now. Thank you. Let's get some more freeze and more meteors going on. Console, drip. Let's stop ignoring our level ups. Blade trap, my old friend. Oh yeah. Let's look at that meteor spawning all the time. There's our blade trap. Yay! My absolute favorite. Couldn't say no. Oh, look at him sear that. Beautiful. I haven't thought about Game 7 in about 10 minutes, so hey, this is actually kind of working. Now, of course, now I'm thinking about it. Let's take the inventory, because we never take the inventory, and maybe we'll actually use it. Let's be honest, we're not going to use it. We're going to forget about it in about 48 seconds. Excellent. ICWNJ. Double damage. Quackery. DLOF. Masks. Glaze. Hotel. Masks, I think, is an underrated Star Trek The Next Generation episode. A lot of fans I come across don't like it. I quite do. A lot. If you're a TNG fan, tell me what you think of that episode in the comments. Vacuums. Minute or minute, perhaps? Honor bacon. MVHKU, Volts, Jive. Let's get some more spinning blades of death out there. I feel a little bad about taking Blade Trap again, but like I said, the variety of weapons in this game is not endless. You just have to take them when you kind of get them. Tesla duration, you betcha. Justified. Candy. Happen. Town. Lunar. Veiled. PYBZ. Smells scary. I thought it said small, so I was about to make a Sandlot reference. Scarab. Demo. Tennis. Audio. Ills. Lace. And my cat's back in my room, back in my office, checking out my girlfriend's desk. What's she doing? Oh, she's under it. Of course she is. Kinetic weapons, blade trap, and bleeding. I mean, let's lean into it. Novelty, Vista, Favor, Zappers, Among, Tanner, Cultured, Curb, BFZ, F1000, Inside, Wand, Feet, 8, Freeze, Mean slimy. Get rid of slimy girls. A great Calvin and Hobbes reference. Marine. This guy's Dunskies. Beautiful. Oh, Blade Trap, you are my best friend in this game. Makeshift. All drone. Chance for an additional drone. Yeah. I'm sure my mines are doing way more for me than I realize. Let's check out our DPS here. Oh, that was just for each trial. Disregard. I don't even remember what my... Can I look at my inventory? I hope so. Current loot. Current augments. Yeah, I have no idea what... I have no idea what my loot does. I've already forgotten. I think it's crit, but I'm probably wrong in that. Oh, Marmalade. My cat. Hi, buddy. Minefield damage. You betcha. Arid, your... Yeah, see, we gotta... Now we got the screen just full of damage for our enemies here. Yeah, and the main weapon is just spawning, randomly spawning my mines, and I'm upgrading the mines, so yeah, good stuff. Where are we at now? I'm just kind of curious for our DPS. Minefields. Yeah, I mean, the top 4 are all holding their own for sure. Having the heat ray bounce off the sides of the screen works wonders for the level 3 boss, because you're having to type a whole other passage, and you can just kind of leave your beam bouncing all over the place, and your enemies just walk into it. Doesn't kill them all, but it certainly gets them all started. That's for sure. And then you throw out a couple of meteor showers, and Bob's your uncle. Double damage drop chance. Yep. Double damage. Basically, if you're on top of your game but getting a little overwhelmed, a double damage pickup can basically clear your screen in a matter of seconds. And getting one at just the right time kind of feels like a epic movie moment, where the hero comes in to save the day just at the last second. Let's get some Tesla range. Let's see what my serum... Oh, it is crit. Okay, I was right. How about that? Doesn't last very long. Double damage. Always keep my eyes peeled for that. What do we upgrade? What do we... Blade Trap Evolution. You betcha. I have taken the Blade Trap Evolution that isn't the extra letters, but man, the extra letters are just the most fun. Recursive Mine spawns 30% faster and spawns 1 additional mine. Done. Double damage. Unicorn. Come on, you know how to spell unicorn. Evolution of Tesla Mine. Electrical burn. 20% increased chance to get static status. Static damage over time is just too hard to pass up. Basically, once things enter the screen, they just start getting damage done to them, which is exactly what you want. No one is spared. More upgrades. Status chance? Yeah. Oh, I could have done 12%. Damn it. I gotta start thinking more on those screens. Seriously. Zonks. Another level up. Okay, we can do better than this. Although Meteor Evolution, that sounds fun. We'll do Evolution of Meteor and then try and maybe even get an actual Meteor Evolution before the boss shows up. Wouldn't that be fun? Perfect, right there. I'd say I could move my beam, but that's not how it works. I don't even want to freeze everything. I want everything to get on the screen. Meteor Evolution! Oh, Ice Rain. I don't need 3 targets. I just need 2. Now we'll freeze. Death. How appropriate. Yodeling. Yodeling. I must be in a good mood. I did that and put on the internet. Sleeps the crimson petal, now the white nor waves the cypress in the palace. Here we go. Double damage. Yanked junkie. Get all that damage over time over there, please. Walk, nor winks the gold fin in the porphyry font, the firefly. Missed that. Marbling, Did something hit me? Sound like I got the damage sound. Appliance, fly, wakens. Let's get a level up here. Tesla duration or minefield spawn rate. We'll go duration. Nail, perfect. Origins. Waken thou with me now. Droops the milk white peacock like a ghost. Freeze. Atrophy. Let's get my laser down there. Like a ghost, she glimmers onto me. Now lies the earth, all Danae to the stars. And voids. Voids jobs narrate, which is what I'm doing. Opted, crack, vials. Literary. Get some nature, fight. Nature, Yuka, nicety, tearing, deformed, Johnny Deformed. Simpsons reference for you there. Okay, this is getting a little bit stressful. The music is epic. I've been meaning to comment on the discussion forums how good the music is for this game. Hopefully I'll try and remember to do that a bit later on. Okay, we need to get back to the paragraph here. Remote weapon speed, explosive damage. Yes. Thy heart lies open unto me now. Fern slides. The silent meteor, how appropriate. Ah, crack. Zebu, broccoli, stir, rest, onion. One got me. General Grievous. Admiral, I'm a bad guy. Label, dent, cocoa. Love a health drop would be great. Shining furrow as thy level up. No, really need damage here. Heat ray damage, perfect. What do we got? Heat ray evolution. Heat ray now fires an independent. Oh yeah, independent laser fires. I hope this doesn't just sink me. But it's yeah. Now we got lasers going all over the place here. Unduly thoughts. Everquake mascot. Yeah, that might have sunk me. I hope it did. In me now folds the lily all her sweetness up and slips into the teen of the lake. Reflect. Salad. This is bad. Bound fake Zamia. Bound pickle favor visions. Zincates eels. Double damage. Iffy midst noisy yeast. Solar waxing. So fold thyself, my dearest, thou, and slip into my bosom and be lost in me. Oh, man. I probably deserve to lose that, but very happy I didn't. Woof. Heat Ray, Omen 1. Complete. 143 words per minute, 94% accuracy, which is below what I like to tolerate for myself. So now I'm just sad. No, I'm just kidding. Great run, great video. Thank you so much for being with me here today. I hope you enjoy watching as much as I enjoy playing. And I look forward to seeing you in our next Glyphica episode for Omen 2. And as always, be kind, be strong, and be awesome. And take care of yourselves out there, okay?